There we go. I like to see all of them fall down like that. It's JimJ 1911. I am enjoying some sunshine out here in Barry, Illinois at Passaw Park. You know, one of my favorite locations to come and shoot outside. You might hear in the distance, we've got some rifle shooting going on. People are enjoying this, I don't know, January weather. It seems unseasonable, but we're supposed to get some snow starting tomorrow, so we thought, let's get outside while we can. So lucky me, I'm going to be shooting for the very first time the Shadow Systems CR920 Combat. This is a subcompact pistol. It is a striker fire, and it is specifically marketed for its concealability. And so one of my coworkers bought this, asked me if I would like to do a review on it before he starts carrying it. And so of course I said yes. I've never gotten to shoot a Shadow Systems gun before, so I'm super excited. This little guy is chambered in a 9mm. It's got a match grade spiral fluted 3.41-inch barrel. So it's really cool. Of course, we'll go into the specs a little more when we do our conclusion at the bench, but let's go shoot. All right, here we go. I've never shot this before. A little nervous about my GoPro being set up so close, but fingers crossed for the GoPro. Well, wasn't too bad. Could not get that last target down. Pretty sure I hit it. So might just be stuck needing some oil. I don't know, but so we're gonna move over to some other targets, reset these targets, and run another magazine through. All right, give these a try. I'm hitting something, but I don't know what. Okay, well, there we go. All right, so I'm actually going back to my extended magazine because I discovered very quickly on my second magazine that I don't like the subflush magazine at all. So it's nice to have that extra space for my finger. Again, we'll talk about that more in the bench commentary, but for now we're just gonna keep shooting. We're going on 30 rounds here, so let's see what it does. Oh, well, that's the first time that's happened, so okay. There we go. Well, that was nice. So yeah, one thing we noticed over on the next set of targets was that we were not able to knock one of the targets over because we had a target that was not sitting correctly on the stand. So we're going back through and trying to readjust everything. So that's part of the reason why some of those targets didn't want to fall. So we're going to get reset and put some more rounds through it. Okay, so I am out here at Gateway now. I decided I wanted to do, since I did some outdoor shots with this CR920 from Shadow Systems, I wanted to do some indoor shots and just see what happens. So far I've been, pleasantly surprised by the shootability of this gun. And so I thought, all right, we tested it outdoors, let's test it indoors. So let's take some shots. Now, as I said yesterday when I was doing the outdoor shooting, I do like the extended magazine better. So unfortunately I only have one of those, so I'll have to stop in between magazines and reload that one, because I really just don't want to shoot that sub-flush magazine. So okay. All right, so far, most of my shots are low. I was trying to adjust my trigger finger a little bit and see if that helped, and pull into the left a little bit. And I was having to kind of pull up a little bit too. So I'm gonna reload, and then we'll do 10 more rounds through this. And then, we'll go back to the bench and we'll see what I have to say about it. And of course, loading is always made so much easier with these Up-Lula speed loaders. Oh my gosh. I think that, I've told a lot of people, a lot of women especially, enjoy having these, especially if they have fingernails or anything like that. So they're really good to have. All right, there we go. So still hitting low on some of those. I don't know, we'll pull the target in, and I definitely have some thoughts about this gun. I will tell you, I think it would make a decent little carry gun. But we'll go back to the bench and I'll let you know what I think about it in totality. Okay, we are back from the range, or ranges, I should say. So I was able to shoot this 2 days in a row. I took it up to Passau Park in Barre, Illinois, and shot it on some steel. And then I also took it out to Gateway Gun Club and got to shoot some paper with it and just see how it performed. Being that this is a carry gun and you never know what kind of situation you're going to be shooting it in, I wanted to give it a fair shake and just see how it performed in a little bit different place and scenario. So let's review. This is the Shadow Systems CR920 Combat. Now this is a subcompact gun that is chambered in 9mm. It MSRPs at about $679. And I want you to remember that number because we're going to talk about the price of this again before the end of the video. So this is obviously a polymer frame gun. It has a stainless steel slide and barrel. The barrel is spiral fluted barrel, and it measures 3.41 inches. So nice and short and subcompact for your carrying purposes. It weighs 17.8 ounces. It's a very light gun. Of course, we would expect that with the polymer frame. And then the width is only a little over 1 inch. It's 1.05 inches. So makes it nice and narrow and able to, you know, really keep it flush with your body. So that's also great, a great scenario for a carry gun. The height on this, we have two different height measurements. The height on this is 4.27 inches with the flush magazine. And then if we use the extended magazine, this actually it actually measures at 4.79 inches. So it adds almost half an inch to your grip. And that makes a really huge difference. So let's talk about the magazines. Okay, so we have our mag capacity is the flush mag is 10 plus 1, and then the extended mag is 13 plus 1. So, as I said before, that half an inch for this extended magazine, and I'll show you, we're clear, that half inch for this extended magazine really adds a lot. You can see with my hand, okay, and I don't have the biggest hands, I have that much still sticking out from underneath the bottom of my hand, okay? Now, if I take out this magazine and I put in the flush magazine, okay, that is, you can see my hand swallows that up. And like I said, I don't have a very big hand. So it was a lot more comfortable for me to shoot with the extended magazine. In fact, I favored it so much that I only shot one round, one magazine of ammo with the flush magazine. So every time I shot after that, I used the extended magazine because it was just so much more comfortable. Now, the other cool thing about this magazine is that it has a textured front. So right there, you can see that that textured front is perfect for your pinky to wrap around. That texture matches the texture on the grips, the stippling. So it's nice because it just feels like it all flows together. Like I said, this is a striker fire gun. It does have the trigger safety on it, and it is a flat face trigger. So let's talk about the serrations on this slide. So it's got these directional, they call them directional serrations on the front and the back. And they really, you know, they're not, I don't feel like they're super duper aggressive, but they are enough for, you know, grabbing and racking as you need. So I think that they're fine, and I think that they actually look pretty nice on the gun. I think makes it a little more aesthetic to have them like that. So let's talk about the sights. So we have steel sights. Now, the back sight is a blacked out serrated rear sight, and then the front sight is the green tritium fiber optic sight. And this thing just glows. So I actually did take this to my bedroom too, where it was dark one night, just to see, and that front fiber optic sight glows really, really bright. So if you remember me talking about my Hellcat Pro, it's very, very akin to that. So it was really bright and was still glowing in the morning. So, you know, it held its charge and worked really well, did its purpose. Now, the internals for this, it has a stainless steel guide rod. And the trigger pull, they say on the Shadow Systems website that the trigger pull is between 4.5 and 5 pounds. Our 5 pull average was about 5.3 pounds. So that's what we measured this trigger pull to be at. It does have a nice, crisp, tactile reset. And then another thing I want to point out for all the Glock people out there, this is very, very similar to the Glock 43 specifically. So the one thing about this CR920 is that it actually has more capacity when you use the extended magazine than the Glock 43 does. And it's a teensy bit smaller than the Glock 43. If you check the measurements, it's just a little bit smaller than the Glock 43. So, as I said before, I told you this number would come back into play. The MSRP for this is about $679. The Glock 43 MSRP's at about $680. So very comparable in price, comparable in size. And then when you use this extended magazine, you definitely have more capacity. So as a carry gun, I think that this is a very great option. It's easy to shoot. It's super concealable. You know, we talked about the size of this and the measurements, the specs on this makes it really, really concealable. And, you know, I think that you'd have a lot of holster options out there for this thing too, being that it's so similar to the Glock. So, you know, I really enjoyed shooting it. I did pretty well. I know that from when I first started shooting with it, I did shoot low. I had to compensate a little bit for that, but it all worked out in the end. It was enjoyable to shoot. It's not a gun that I'd be like, hey, I'm gonna go to the range specifically just to shoot this gun. But as a carry gun, you know, it'll get the job done. It does the purpose. It seemed to be really reliable. We didn't have any feed issues or anything like that. So yeah, I think it's a really great option and at an affordable price for a concealed carry gun. So I would love to hear from you guys if you've gotten to shoot one of these yet, the CR920. Like I said, this is the Combat. There's also the Combat Elite, and that's just a little bit different. It just has a couple more bells and whistles with it. But I'd love to hear from you guys. Have you shot one of these? Are you interested in shooting one of these? Make sure you drop a comment below and let me know. And then also make sure you hit like on this video. It helps us a lot to get this video pushed out, those YouTube analytics. Love it when we have likes and then it starts recommending it to other people to watch. So make sure you hit like. And then also make sure you have hit subscribe on this channel so that you are signed up for free for the 5,000 subscriber giveaway of the Dillon RL550C reloading press that one lucky subscriber will win as soon as we hit 5,000 subscribers. And that contest is brought to you just by JimJ 1911 and Full Circle Reloading in St. Charles. YouTube has no affiliation with that contest. So I'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment, hit like and subscribe, and I can't wait to talk to you all again soon.